So in this video are 3 replays in the Skoda T40, which is this season's level 25 reward tank. It's a good tank. I think it's quite a good season pass tank. It's what I mean by that is it's not going to ruin the matchmaker. It's quite a decent tank, but it's not going to ruin tier 5, tier 6 for people who haven't got the season pass. So yeah, I think it's quite a good season pass tank. I did get the ultimate season pass this season, so I do have the roofless in my garage. I haven't yet taken it out. I have tried to avoid tiers 8 to 10 at the moment, just because I don't want to be playing when the matchmaker's full of rooflesses. So yeah, I've been playing this. I've been grinding the I think it's the Cruncher contract. So I've been playing at tier 6 and 7 since I've come back to playing. So yeah, been doing that rather than playing sort of tier 8, 9 and 10. So on this replay, Sand River coming into this position, always usually comes to this position in any sort of medium tank, light tank or a fast tank destroyer, usually always come this way. Some easy damage, so I think traded quite well, 650 odd damage, and just took 1 hit in return, so not too bad. It's just I'm a bit concerned about these heavy tanks now. So yeah, I've had a bit of a break from the game. Went on holiday for a couple of weeks. Just been playing other stuff really as well. So yeah, just coming back in with the new season. I found last season, after I completed the season pass, that was it really. I was a bit disinterested in it. I think it had a lot to do with the heavy metal theme of everything. I think I got all the tanks on that rewards op except the last one, the Sherman heavy metal hero Sherman or whatever it was. But I think I got that tank anyway, so I didn't bother completing it for the silver. So yeah, came back quite late in this season as well, but enjoying it. I think it's at least for tier 6 and 7 where I've been playing, it's still good. It's just, as I said, I'm not too sure about sort of tier 10 in particular with the rooflesses, AVREs, all around in that tier. But yeah, just trying to figure out now where to go from this position. I feel like I haven't fired for a while, so I'm just going to push up, put some pressure on this tank. If it takes a hit, manage to shut them down. We're 3 tanks up, but I have noticed that sort of the north of the map seems to be quite empty, so I feel quite secure doing this. This is quite an exposed position. Usually if I push this high up, sort of from my initial starting point, I usually try and go to the rocks to the right of the screen there, or behind this one, so I was quite confident to be able just to sit there and feel as though nothing's going to shoot me. It's always what the minimap's good for. If you don't use the square minimap, probably change to it just so you can get a feel of how the battle's going. But at this stage, I know there was a TD over there. I'm not too sure if it would have moved to try and get a shot onto me, but now making some bad trades with this tank. I think I've bled a lot of hit points to this one. It is a light tank. It is the last light tank on the enemy team, so it is important that we get rid of it. It's actually the last light tank in the game, so particularly on Sand River, that can be very strong in the end game. So I want to get it out whilst I can. I did feel like trading some hit points to get rid of it, but unfortunately I think I lost that trade. Get a nice shot into the side of the turret there. But yeah, it's that light tank. That shot was to try and demolish the houses around it. As I said, that is my focus. It is that light tank. Get the light tank out of the game. The TDs probably be struggling to get targets for themselves. And yeah, it's making a run for it now. So yeah, free aimed. That's something I've been doing recently. I think it is quite important. Just finding it to do the free aiming like that, it's very helpful in those situations. I'm not too sure when you go into aim mode if there's some sensitivity changes, I'm not too sure, or the auto aim kicks in strongly that throws it off. Just been finding that using free aim like that has been quite effective. Definitely something that I think when I started playing this game, shall we say, properly a couple of years ago, I think that was one of the things I felt as I needed to improve, and I think I'm getting there. But now we're fully into the end game now. Just shy of 2,000 damage, just over 700 assisted damage. Do seem to have blocked some damage, but blocking damage in this tank is very rare. The armour's not really there unless you're at a really awkward angle. Get a nice blind shot kill in there. So it's 6 versus 1, so it's now just a case that you just spot that TD up, get a couple of shots of damage in hopefully, and go on to the next one. But yeah, I think this tank, if you've played the Ziska, which is the skin version of this, if you've played the Ziska and marked that tank or whatnot, I think it probably isn't worth playing this tank. I think it is, well, it is exactly the same as the Ziska. Yeah, so we get the win, get MVP on that one. Bit of a shame couldn't get the last shot damage into that TD at the end, but we ace tanker it anyway. Yeah, 6 kills, just over 2,000 damage. Yeah, not bad. We were quite top tier on that one. But anyway, on to the second replay on El Haluf. For this one, it is a bit tricky with this tank because the gun depression isn't really there. So I was going to go to where I usually go, but thinking that with the sort of the average gun depression that I was going to struggle really, but felt I think I was top tier on this game as well. I needed to go over here. There's hardly any heavy tanks in the game, so there shouldn't be too much armour over here. So I was thinking top tier, I need to go over here. So yeah, this is the position I was planning on going. I was thinking that someone was going to come over this ridge here exactly. Sometimes the enemy team, they can take a while to get over here. I'm not too sure what spawn is particularly better to get into this position. I think the southwest spawn is probably slightly better to actually get into this position, but Allies are now pushing forward. We've got some tanks pushing sort of along the A line rather than coming up through this way, so feeling as though we need to make the push now. There is one artillery in the game, so I did want to go over here, use the rock on the right hand side to just make sure I'm not targeted by the artillery. And yeah, just I felt there was a few other tanks there, that's why I was hesitant. And I think I got lucky with that really. And that tank almost jigged me. Almost pulled the trigger on that one when it stopped. But yeah, just going around now, just trying to get. Noticing that this KV-85, it is a one shot. Get a good shot to get out of the game. And with those 2 kills, I think we're quite good on this flank. Looks like our allies in the valley have made a good push as well with the light tank. It does seem we've got quite a good bit of support around here as well. Enemy teams seem to be clustered up here. Sometimes this is the problem with sort of lemming training like this. They're just being held up. None of them want to push in first. So they're just getting a bit stuck really, because there's only really sort of 3 of us here holding off all of them, and 2 of our allies are now circling around. I think it's yeah, in World War II mode, I think lemming training like this, it is punished, because I don't think the tanks they're just not fast enough for them to push us. Whereas in Cold War, obviously everyone's going 80 kilometers an hour or something like that. They would have just yo-yoed us. But as you can see, we're just whittling them away, taking one out here and there. Allies were able to push round. We secured a kill, so already sort of 13-6 up. I feel like the artillery is just looking over here, so I just want to sort of make my push a bit unpredictable. I have noticed since I've started playing this game that the artillery just seems to be really annoying. I'm not too sure if it was always annoying and I just got used to not having to deal with it. But yeah, it just seems particularly annoying. Not too sure if it's because of the tanks I'm playing, because I've been playing the Reach, which is the mercenary tier 7, so I'm not too sure if it's just I'm just playing sort of big tanks that draw the artillery's attention. Not sure. Don't feel like I've changed the way I play, but we've kind of steamrolled them now. I feel like both of these TDs are probably over here, and I'm YOLOing across just because I want to be the one that spots them out, gets the assistance. We do have allies coming in now behind us and from across the valley, but again, I still just want to be the one that spots them up. Got the T67 here, get a nice lucky shot on the move. Yeah, just get the last kill there. So yeah, a bit of a charge across. Ended up getting a couple of nice shots of damage in the kill, which was a bit better than just a bit of assistance. But yeah, getting another ace tanker on this one, and yeah, 2,300 damage. On to the last replay. It's Highway. I think this one is the biggest damage game, ace tanker game. But yeah, this tank, as I said at the start, I think it's a really good season pass tank. It hasn't ruined any of the matchmaking. I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about it. If they're grinding a tier 5, I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about it. You know, tier 5 to 6, I think it's just kind of an average tank it's got problems. It is a little bit sluggish. The gun does bloom quite a lot. So yeah, it's not sort of any sort of high alpha or high armor tank. It's not fast, it's not zipping around everywhere. So yeah, if everyone who got the Ultimate Season Pass played the T40, I don't think it would ruin the matchmaking as much as everyone playing the Ruthless may have ruined tier 10. But yeah, on Highway, this is the position I always like to go. There's just a tiny little dip in this ridge that I quite like to use. It helps with gun depression. It also makes you a smaller target. So I always usually come to this position where this little trail is. We're down one tank. I feel like the enemy team are pushing into the corner quite strong. Just seeing if I can get a shot into the Tiger, and I do. Yeah, the enemy team are starting to file in over towards that corner. At this point, just a bit concerned about where they're going to come out and who's going to be sort of attacking me as such. So just driving driving up just to get behind this building. I've loaded the heap, managed to sort of bounce that, or side scrape that I should say. Got the Tiger's turret here, but the gun bloom is quite big, and if I had fired and hit the wall, it would have absorbed the shell. So have an auto aimed shot there. It tracks the Tiger, but it looks like he's repaired it. And now I'm just backing up. Wasn't expecting him to do that, to be honest. That's why I was backing up, thinking he's going to push along the side of the building. This tank, I'm not too sure. Just trying to get down the hill there, just to get out of the gun depression arc of that tank. Yeah, not too sure really, to be honest with that one. Getting some nice shots into this heavy that's crossing out right in the open. I can understand making a push down the river, but going into that field is asking for it really, unless you're in a light tank or a very fast medium. But yeah, just the enemy do have a light tank still alive. We've won the town, but it depends if we can actually make this push without being seen. When I do usually play it like this is the push I usually make. This is quite an aggressive push. I usually go down here next to the bushes if you're feeling quite confident. As I said, this one's got the camo net on it. It's got camouflage expertise as well, so I feel quite confident to do that. Sometimes I'll go to the left and go over the ridge, but for this one I did want to make a push down here. Looks like we've got some sort of TD back there. Try and destroy the building just so my allies can shoot it, so I don't have to deal with it. I think after playing this game more, I'm not too fussed about getting kills anymore really. If I can pull it so that my allies just kill it, that's fine. That's fine to me. But yeah, that TD is making a push. Not entirely sure where I was thinking, but end up getting the kill anyway. But yeah, now we're capping out. I don't really want to go towards the cap because, to be honest, what I want the enemy team to do is actually reset it, so I don't really want to go over there and help them out. We've got 2 enemies on our cap with 33 seconds to go. I'm not too sure if they are hiding behind a building. I don't think I would have time to reset, so at this point kind of accept the cap. Not ideal, obviously, to cap out, finish the game slightly early, but I'm not too sure if the enemy tanks were hiding properly. I don't think I would have had enough time to reset. But we get the ace tanker, we get over 3,300 damage, so not too bad. And yeah, this is the setup I had. Optics, rammer, camo net, and the crew is what I would say sort of a standard build for World War II. You've got the 4 standard, almost compulsory perks, followed by the sort of situation awareness, camouflage expertise, run and gun, and snapshot. The run and gun and snapshot, I think they are required for this tank. And for me, how I play this one, I do stealth it up just to help with tier 8s really. But you could drop the camo net and have the powertrain. I don't think it's worth putting the GLD on this. As long as you're running the food just to help it with the aim time. I don't think it needs a GLD. It's not that the aim time isn't that bad. But yeah, it's a good tank. I think it's a really good season pass tank. Yeah, it's one that I've marked, as you can see. So yeah, it is a tank I have kind of liked playing. Probably will go back to and play the Ziska Can't remember if I marked that one or not, but yeah, really nice little tank, good season pass tank, and yeah, thanks for watching.